I'm back, guys. My program kicked me out. Okay, so I've inserted this picture. How did I insert this picture? Right, you do it like this. You say insert pictures, and then you just go ahead and you insert the picture. You are going to insert it from Google Classroom or your email or wherever you have it. So this is a picture that I got from the files. Okay, it's a very cute little picture. As you can see, it looks like a little fire truck. All right, it says we're going to resize this illustration. Okay, so I'm going to resize it. And when you pull on it, it looks like that. Oh, it seems like I inserted it on the wrong page. So I'm just going to go ahead and say cut and then jump over to the first slide because I'm supposed to put it in the first slide. So just make sure you are on slide 1 when you do this. Okay, so when they say resize the illustration, they are not giving us a specific size for this. So if they just say resize it and or enlarge it or whatever, you just make sure it's visibly bigger and that you can see that it is bigger. Obviously, if you pull on the corner, it will proportionately resize it, whereas if you pull somewhere else, like let's say here, that guy is going to look very strange. Okay, now do you resize it? You will notice that there should be a horizontal smart guide and a vertical smart guide. Now let me show you. There's the vertical smart guide. You can see it there. And here is the horizontal smart guide. So you want to see both of them. And once you see both those smart guides or those dotted lines, you let go of your mouse and you now know that it is in the right position. Okay, we are now going to jump over and we are going to create slide 3 drawings. It's not really drawings, but we are going to insert shapes. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to slide 3 and then we're going to click on insert shapes and we are going to start by inserting a scroll. And if you go right down here to stars and banners, you can click on vertical scroll and you are just going to go ahead and insert a vertical scroll over here. Once again, it does not really say how big it should be, but you are going to see if your text fit or not, and that is how you will see if it is big enough. All right, so just let me say something else. If you draw any shape, let me show you quickly. Let's say I want to insert this oval. Okay, if you draw an oval, you will see it's take some practice getting it perfect. For example, let's say I'm thinking this circle is perfect, but if I hold down shift, you will see it's not perfect and it just made a perfect circle. So if you want to make a perfect square, a perfect circle, a perfect rectangle, always use shift when you draw. Okay, so if you want to make a perfect circle, hold shift and there we go, and it will make a perfect circle. The same with any other thing that you see in shapes. So just saying that, like in a bit we're going to make a couple of other shapes that we're definitely going to use that. Alright, so we've got our one scroll here. Now we're going to go ahead and insert a plus shape. So let's go and say shapes. And we're looking for plus, and it's this one here, and this, they call it a cross. Okay, now this is what I meant. Okay, if you don't hold shift, it's going to look strange. So hold in shift and bam, there you have a perfect one. Okay, so, well, the one in the book is a little bit more, I'm just going to see if there's another one. That one looks a little bit strange. Is there, I think I should have chosen the plus, not the cross. Sorry, guys. Choose the plus. Hold shift. Better. That's much better. Okay, once again, you will see there's a vertical line that indicates it's in the middle. So you just let go of your mouse. And now we're going to insert 2 squares that's supposed to be the exact same size. So we're going to select shapes and we're going to go to rectangle. Hold in shift, otherwise you are in fact making a rectangle. We don't want too big. You want to fit 2 of these in. So let's do that. You might have to say copy, paste, and there you have 2. Right, we might have to resize them a little bit later. Okay, now we're going to apply style to these things. Alright, so let us click in. Okay, if you look there, you'll see that the line indicates that it is in line as well. Okay, we are going to move this one just a little bit there. Okay. Alright, quick styles is over here. If you click here where you see format, make sure you have selected one of these shapes. Alright, and then we are looking for this lilac one over here. No, it's lavender. Alright, but that is the scroll that needs to be changed to lavender. So we are selecting that one. We are also changing the squares to those exact colors, and then here in the plus sign we are choosing a different one. We are just going to go with the normal. You can see these things have names. That one is colored outline lavender accent 6. So much writing. Okay, that one. Okay, now we are going to add some text to the shape. Right, you simply click in it and you start typing. Nothing funny, no inserting of text boxes or anything like that. Okay, so let's start. Contact names and phone numbers. I think I should have said an S over here. Let's just insert the S. Right, then we go to our first square. The first square says meeting place near house. Okay, and then of course in our second square we are typing obviously meeting place away from vicinity. So let's start typing. Okay, so we've got all our text in here, and now we're going to start changing the text. Alright, so the first thing we're going to change is the font. So we select the first bit of text in here, and we're going to change it to Courier New. So you can just go ahead and select font, and then you will look for Courier New. There we go. Alright. Let's see, it's supposed to be bold, so we're going to click on bold, and the font size should be 28, so we are enlarging it to 28, and we want the font to be black. Alright, now we're going to take this exact same font and size and color, and we're going to apply it to these two boxes. So what do? You're not going to go and click 6 times. You're just selecting one word or something, click on Format Painter, and then you just select the text. Once again, Format Painter, select the text. Now, this is what I told you a little bit earlier. We might have to resize it again, our boxes. So here we go, meeting place near house. Now we need to enlarge this one to fit our text. It fits nicely. Everything looks good. Alright, we are going to go to the last slide, which is slide number 4. In slide number 4, we are going to insert some word art. So you can just go and click on Insert Word Art, and we are looking for this one. Full brown text 1, outline background 1, hard shadow background 1. Wow, I wonder why they couldn't just give it a normal name, like, I don't know, something like brown or hip. I don't know. Alright, so in there we are typing be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. Now we're going to make a couple of changes to this. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to add some text effects. Okay, so make sure Be Prepared is selected, and then we're going to go ahead and click on text effects, and we're going to go and look for transform, and in here you will see all those nice things that you always see with word art, and we're looking for the one that says inflate bottom. Alright, let's see, where is inflate bottom? deflate, inflate bottom. There we go. Okay, so we got our inflate bottom one. Okay, we are now going to resize it. They don't say how big we should resize it, but they want us to move it to be in the middle, it looks like. So I'm just going to pull on all the corners and make it look a little bit bigger, like this. You can always just, look and see the sides. Is it almost big and it's almost the same size and all the other things, and then okay, it's more or less in the middle. And then of course you can just take your mouse and position it a little bit more. I think we are about right when you put it there. They want us also to apply a text fill, right? And at the top you can see here text fill, and we are looking for texture. So you're going to go to texture, and it looks like we are going to do a purple mesh, right? So you're just going to go ahead and click on purple mesh, and we are also going to add an outline, or to edit the outline. All right, we're going to change the color of the outline to red, and not only that, we're going to give it a nice heavy line with a line which is number 3. So this word stands out really nicely now, and I think it does look really good. Makes you feel like you need to be prepared, and so on. All right, now we're going to insert a picture to create a background. Okay, and we are going to go and click on design, and you will see here in design it says format background, and we are going to insert a picture, and I'm going to my files, and the picture I am looking for is a band-aid. Oh, it's this one, emergency collage, insert, and there we have it. Okay, now this picture is not the way we want it yet. We have to change it a little bit because Be Prepared doesn't stand out as much as we want it to. So we are going to have to change the transparency, and this is where you do it. You can either take your mouse and drag it until you get to 60, or if you're not that good with your mouse, you can just go ahead and type 60, and you will see now that it is almost see-through. Well, actually, it's just very faded, not really see-through, and that will make it a lot easier to see the words Be Prepared. Okay, so this slide looks like it's finished. Now we're going to go to slide 3 again, and they want us to insert a texture fill background here. So while background is still open and you can see format background is here, we're going to insert a texture background to only this slide, and we are going to select the texture over here, and the one they want us to choose is the bouquet. In my opinion, the other one was much better, but I'm not the one writing the book. All right, you can also you could also have changed it to a gradient fill. I'm going to show you how to do gradients quickly. It looks like they want us to now change it again. So if you change it or click on gradient, you will see, oh, I love gradients, by the way. You can make the nicest backgrounds. It's not always something we have time to do, but it is quite nice. So first of all, you need to choose where do you want your gradient, how do you want it to display. Do you want the little light from above, from below, the corner, or whatever. Choose a color, choose a theme. It looks like we're going to go with bottom spotlight accent 2. All right, and then of course here you will choose, do you want a linear one, do you want a radial one, which one is it they want? Oh, okay, they want a radial one, but it looks like they want the direction from the bottom. So just read your instructions and you will be able to see what exactly it is they want. Okay, we're almost done. We still need to replace this picture. That picture is a picture that you will also find that I will be sending to you. It is a picture about a first aid kit. So what do? You just click on it. Alright, insert pictures, and then you look for the first aid kit and you insert it. I'm gonna delete that one. You know what? I should have done it the other way. I should have deleted first and then just click on the icon and then insert it. So please do it that way. Okay. So here we have our picture and they want us to correct the picture a lot. Okay. So the first thing they want us to do is to click on correctness. Alright. And you will notice that this one or each of these things are changing the picture a little bit. In my opinion, the picture is actually fine just the way it is, but you want to make it look or give it an old look. Alright, so we are going to change it to this one, brightness 20, contrast 40. Okay, we're going to click on that. Then we're going to give it a picture style. So here you find your picture styles, and the one we're looking for is center shadow rectangle. Let me see, is it this one? Yes. Alright, then we're going to change it even more. We're going to add a picture border. Okay, so here we have picture borders. Okay, and we're going to say the weight is going to be 3. Alright, doesn't look like we need to change. Okay, yeah, we're all going to change the color border to a blue. So once again, we go there and we're going to say the color should be blue, and it looks like they want us to choose this light blue background too. Okay. Now we want to apply a picture effect. So you just simply click on picture effects. Then you go down to glow and you are choosing this one here that says light blue. And you're going to add a bevel. Sure, you're doing so much to this picture. You're going to add a bevel that looks like this. It's called relaxed inset. Alright. And let's see. I think the only thing left for this chapter is finding and replacing. Alright. So if you are busy with a presentation and you've done the whole thing and you realize that you should actually have used another word instead of saying disaster or whatever, you should have said emergency, then you can easily just go and use find and replace, and you can replace all the words with the other word that you should have used. So if you click on this button here, you can say find, but it will only find. But if you click on replace, it will find and replace. So over here, you can actually find the word a disaster, and you can replace that with an emergency. Alright, let's see, find next. Okay, we can actually just say replace all, and it made 2 replacements. So now it will say create an emergency supply kit, and it will even show you how and where it did that. You can do it with any word you like. How do you find a synonym? Very easy. For example, alive. Let's say you want to look for a synonym for alive. You will just select the word alive and click on synonyms and choose the one that you think is the nicest. For example, staying alive, staying animated, staying booming. You choose whichever one you want. Anyway, sometimes it's quite amusing. Okay, so while we're on slide 2, they are now saying, what if you want to add some notes to your presentation? Now, if you look here at the bottom, you will see here it is actually available to you. It says notes. So if you click on notes, you can actually write some speaker notes in here. Okay, so I'm going to type a couple of notes for you. Not too many. The kit should include a flashlight. blah 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 blah. Okay, you can add speaker notes as many as you like. Basically, what are speaker notes? These are the things that you use when you give a presentation, but others don't see. For example, if you are going to view or show the slide to an audience, okay, this is all they will see. They don't see your speaker notes, but you can print your speaker notes. If you go to File, Print, you can actually say print your notes pages, and here you can print your slide and your notes. And this is basically what you should do when you give a presentation. You should print speaker notes, and you should have that with you when you do your presentation. Okay, right. The next thing that they show you is how to insert a slide number. All right. So how do you insert a slide number? You just go and click on Insert, and then here you'll see slide number. Allows you to insert much more than just a slide number. You can actually insert a footer as well if you wish, or you can insert a date. I don't know, whatever it is you want to insert. Okay, you can add a footer even. But just make sure you say footer, for example, my emergency plan or whatever it is. Okay, apply to all. Okay, and you can see here is my tiny little number 2, which means it is slide number 2. Alright, one more thing is a transition that we want to add, and I think the one that they have here is the, let me see, is the fracture one in exciting. Okay, so here's the exciting section. So we are looking for one that says fracture. There we go. And now we need to time that as well. We're going to time it from 2 to 3 seconds. So at the moment it is 2. So we are going to say it should be 3 seconds. And we want to apply it to all our slides. Okay, so if you want to have a look at your presentation, you will just click on that. And you will have a good idea of how it is going to look. And that is it. I hope you guys found this interesting. Please have a look at all the things I put on Google Classroom. And please make sure that you please complete this little slideshow also on your own and send it back to me. It will form part of class participation. Alright guys, have a nice evening. Bye.